Here's a review of the 2017 Jeep SRT Grand Cherokee. This thing's an absolute monster. I'll see you on the other side of the intro video. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get in the review of this 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. It used to be called the SRT8. I don't know if it's still called that anymore, but this thing is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable driving vehicle for the size. It handles fantastic, again, for the size, and even despite its size, this car just moves and it likes to keep moving in the turns. But let's get into the styling. I'm not gonna go too much into the history of this car. I know pretty much jack crap about Jeeps. That's why I'm driving this one, so I can learn more about it. And I love this paint color. It's just white, but white also does an amazing job contrasting with black and red. And this car has a little splashes of black and red in here. So these front lights, I think they look great. And this 4th generation Jeep style with the LEDs around it. Typical Jeep pattern here on the grill. And then we have a huge camera down below. As you can see, that little fisheye camera down there. But this car just looks mean. And I love the hood scoop, or I should say the double hood scoop, which is functional, by the way. Excuse me. Looking at the wheels, guys, these wheels look nasty. Now, this is obviously it's a pre-owned vehicle, but there's a little bit of road rash here. Other than that, the wheels look absolutely nuts. You have this SRT emblem there on the wheel and the huge Brembo caliper there, just inviting you to smash the brakes pretty hard. Tires are 295 by 40 ZR20s, so 20-inch wheels on here. Nice, proud Grand Cherokee logo on the side. And you can see how awesome that rear wheel looks as well. Gosh, this car looks awesome. Let's get on the back. And I like how there's no freaking chrome on the outside. It's just white and black. Let's keep it simple. A nice glossy black liner around the windows. Black roof rails. And then on the back, let's just listen to the exhaust here for a little bit. Just wanted to give you guys an idea of what the exhaust sounds like. Now, I can't press it. I'm a one-man show, so I can't press the exhaust and stand at the back of the car, but sounds good, and the whole car just starts shaking. It's a cool motor. Oh, sorry, I think I was facing you at the ground. Nice SRT logo here. SRT logo again on the hatch, and we back it up. Beautiful, beautiful. It just looks great. It looks really good. Let's check it out what it looks like on this side. And it's a phenomenal looking vehicle. I think they did a great job overall. And man, those wheels and those calipers just, they scream performance, and they do perform pretty well. Underneath the hood, guys, holy crap. So we got this 6.4 liter Hemi running the show here. It's got 470 horsepower, about the same amount of torque, and it looks menacing in there. You can see, oh, am I zoomed in? My gosh, I was zoomed in. Excuse me. They did a good job in here. It looks good. I would give it an A+. And then you can see where it's not exactly functional, meaning, I mean, you can see through the hood here, but the airbox is going here, so I mean it's really there for show. I guess it's not really functional, but it does go through to the engine compartment. We have this huge single monolithic shock here to keep the hood open. I just hope it stays open over the years. And then that's about it. I don't know what else is going on in there other than that motor is absolutely ginormous and it produces monstrous amounts of power. Get on the inside of the legendary Jeep Cherokee SRT. Do they call this still SRT8, or they just call it SRT nowadays? But let's get this thing going, because it is very warm inside this Jeep. You can see the startup screen here. startup screen here. So fully digital. Besides, so this is interesting. This tachometer here, or speedometer technically, the background is digital, but the needle is physical. This middle one is all digital, and then you have physical needles on a digital display over there for your engine temperature as well as your fuel. I'm gonna back up this seat. I'm gonna back it up, guys. Back it up like it's hot. It is hot in here. So let's get on the review. You know, I set my standards pretty low because I've heard stories that, you know, Dodge and Mopar products, their interior is not the greatest, but I am fairly impressed. So let's get into it. We have this right here. Now I can't confirm or deny if that's real carbon fiber or not. It looks like it's real. It's not. It's definitely not like a plastic. There's some stitching going on in there. Whether that's real carbon fiber or not, I don't know, but it looks awesome. Nice freaking job, Jeep, for taking care of that. We have this nice Alcantara material here. Auto front, not auto rear. That's kind of lame, but you know, it is what it is. We have a little tweeter here. We have your memory seats. That's my guess of what that is. And then a nice bottle holder. I like how that's angled. See how it's kind of facing us? I like how that's angled there. And then we have the legendary Harman Kardon radio. Harman Kardon. Obviously that's your brake, emergency brake, fuel pump, or sorry, fuel cap there, and then your lights right over there. Kind of like that little dial there. But this beautiful carbon fiber goes all the way across onto the door, and we even have it in the back seat. Speaking of these seats, we have this nice, it feels like Alcantara super suede here. It feels really, really good. And I just appreciate it for what it is. Nice SRT stitching there. And the seats are very, very well, and they're bolstered well. Look how huge that bolster is there, guys. So very, very, I'm liking this quite a bit. With this nice Alcantara suede. Now it's not as plush, it's much harder than it is in, let's say, a Lexus LS 500 or an LC 500. This dash here is a little bit underwhelming. At least you have some stitching that goes all the way across. It's a nice little feature there. We have a touchscreen radio, and everything on there is going to be touch screen. I'm not going to get in. I'm not even going to get into that. But we do have. Can I touch that? No, it's not. It's not going to let me touch it. But it looks like there are ventilated seats up there. Now, I don't know where the ventilated seat button is. We're just going to keep discovering, you know, right along with you. This is my first time in the car. So looks like we have some radar cruise control here. More cruise control buttons. This is going to control everything in here. Okay. Diagnostics. Screen setup. Messages. And I'm going to pause there. Radio. Info. Gas. How are we doing on gas? I don't even know. Is that the... if you guys know what that is, let me know. Oh, that's probably like miles per gallon. That's exactly what it is. So we're getting about 7 miles per gallon, no big deal. Wait, let's go back. That's kilometers per liter, which we don't do in America, so I don't get that. I'm not gonna mess with it. That's your radar cruise control, it looked like. Reaction 0 to 60 timer. I am not gonna do that. Do you see this? Are you kidding me? This car wants you to get in trouble. This car is asking you to get in trouble. I am not even going to try to best the best of 7.9. No, thank you. I could definitely do it, but I don't want to get in trouble. Battery. Gosh, there is a lot of stuff in here. I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can even turn the screen off. Okay, so back to the middle here. Climate control is very simple. We have parking. That might be, I don't even know. That's unfamiliar to me. This is our parking assist. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not. If you guys know what the difference between these two is, just let me know. We have lane keep assist, economy mode, but you have a freaking 6.2 or 6.4 liter V8 in here. So that's pointless. And then you have traction control. But we do have ventilated seats. I just don't know where the button for that is. Inside here, okay, you have to press this. We have an illuminated auxiliary, USB, and SD card with a 12 volt with a key on it. What does that mean? Do you guys know what a 12 volt with a key on it means? I don't. I have no idea. A couple of cup holders here. And then looking here, we just have your 4-wheel drive modes, SRT mode. Oh my gosh, that comes with all sorts of stuff up here. Wow. Gosh, modern cars, man, they're pretty cool, but I do not like interacting with all these touch screens and all these little options. I'm just more of an old school driver. Maybe give me a switch. I don't know. I like if there was a switch for everything, it would be too cluttered. So that's how they clean it up. They just throw everything in a menu. Race options, no thanks. It'd be cool, but I don't want to get in trouble. So we open up the middle console, and then we have a decent space here, as well as another 12 volt and a penny, guys. I'm taking this penny. Penny was heads up from 1959. That's a good year. It's a great year. Don't know why, but I'm sure there's some very important people born in 1959. Sunroof is a panoramic sunroof, so let's get into it. We're just going to click auto, and it's going to open up all the way. Gosh, the clouds. Okay, we're gonna open it up again because it stopped in the middle. Unfortunately we have this big bar right here, but that's kind of there for safety and structure. And then that also allows this front screen, or sorry, this front glass to slide on back, which I'm not gonna do. But I am gonna bring that forward because it is a little bit warm in here for my liking. But that's about it for the front interior. I'm pretty impressed so far. Okay, we're sitting in the back now. The back seat's just as comfortable as the front seat. So nice little mat pocket here. It is a little bit cheap, but I don't mind it. It reminds me of a Jeep. Of course, your Harman Kardons speakers here. And this door is very, very nice. I'm gonna open, okay, so you can control whether you want it to the feet or the face. Some of you guys like the face. USBs that are illuminated. We have heated rear seats as well as a true plug-in back here. That is 10 out of 10. Nice job. You have USBs and a plug-in and heated rear seats and vents. 10 out of 10. Nice freaking job, Jeep. These seats again are very, very similar to the ones up front. They're very comfortable for my liking. 2 cup holders back here, and then I'm not going to open up the sunroof again, but you would have a great view of the sky sitting back here in the second row. Opening up the back, of course, it does have a little automatic motor in there. Not that much space. Now you should be able to fit plenty in here. We have a little deep pocket there, and then a nice little woofer on the side. We have another 12 volt in the back, and then is that how you close it? I don't even know. I don't want to press that because I don't want it to close on me, but that's just kind of interesting button there. But very clean in the back. You have these to protect the carpet, so if you have something hard in there that's not going to rip up the carpet, I kind of like that. We're going to push this down, pull it up, and then we actually have a huge spare tire in there, so nice job, Jeep, for doing that for us. We're going to close her down. Go. Put her in drive, and we're off in the 2017 Jeep SRT 8. My coworker is parking this Lexus, and she's taking her sweet time doing it, but God bless. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. This car is going to sound menacing. I already know that. Now, I really have hardly any experience with Jeep products, Mopar products in general. They're obviously known for their motoring capacity. They always have been known, for their motors. Now, just looking at the dash here, I do not like this tachometer. The only time I've seen something like, well, we have this in our Lexus vehicles, especially our F Sports, but the tachometer really, it doesn't keep up, and it doesn't update or refresh as much as it should. It's kind of laggy, as I should say. It kind of ghosts around. It's not the most responsive LCD display that I've ever seen. We're gonna have a nice free run here as we get onto the freeway here. No one's in front of us, so that allows us to hit the throttle, roll into it. Gosh. Okay, it's definitely fast. No doubt about it. It's probably the fastest SUV that I've ever been in. I don't know if it gives me the same sort of exhilaration that I had in the Volvo XC90. That car, it doesn't make sense. That car is supercharged and turbocharged, and it just has mountains of torque all the time. This car sounds a million times better though. When that V8 comes to life, it's like, I mean business, let's go. But it's not the most exhilarating V8 feel that I've had. The sound is intoxicating, don't get me wrong. And I would be getting in the pedal, not because this car is fast. I mean, it's fast for what it is. It's fast for an SUV. But I just want to hear this sound. The sound's great, as you guys can hear. So I wouldn't really, for me, the sound, I get more out of the sound than the acceleration. Just because this car, I mean, it's a big fat Grand Cherokee. It's not going to move that well. Now, if you get the Trackhawk with over 700 horsepower, that thing's just silly. Absolutely silly. But man, what a fun toy that would be. This is a fun toy as well. It just has a little bit more livability, and you wouldn't be tempted to just, you know, use all 700 horsepower. But let's get into it. Let's get into it a little bit again here. Yeah, it wants to go, and it wants to party all day long. And I just love that V8 sound. I think they did a great job with the overall engine sound as well as performance. You can only move this much mass so fast, but I'm sure the 0 to 60 time is actually quite quick with the all-wheel drive. And this does have almost 470 foot-pounds of torque. So, but let's get off the engine, right? Everyone wants to know what the engine is like in this vehicle because it is the SRT8. Let's talk about what it sounds like, how it feels here on the freeway. It's not the smoothest ride by any means. Now it is it's a Jeep. It's not supposed to be the smoothest vehicle in the world. But it's passable. I'd give it a B for on-road. Now it is kind of loud in here too. I feel like I'm talking at a very high volume, so it's not the most quiet car on the inside. It's not the most posh riding experience, but you have this whenever you want it. It's just waiting for you. All 470 horsepower. Visibility's good. The A-pillar kind of like bends around you a little bit, which kind of limits your view in my opinion, but it's not bad. It's fine. These windows on the side here are large enough, but I am impressed with this vehicle, and it's pretty much exactly what I was expecting, except the interior is better than what I was expecting. So nice work there. Oh, you know what? I think I just found the ventilated seat. I found the ventilated seat controls. It's in the touchscreen. Down at the bottom, you click controls and the seat controls, and then there you can do the heated steering wheel, ventilated seat, heated seat, etc. Geez, I'm gonna need to get over. That's why I have this V8, extraordinary large V8. This might be the, I don't know if I've ever driven a vehicle on the road that has this large of a motor. I think this is the biggest motor I've ever driven, and I like it. It sounds great. Has plenty of power. But as you guys know, braking test. We're on the braking test. Ooh, let me try that again. I'm gonna get back to you on those brakes. There's good feedback initially. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So where this car you enjoy the power the most is like 0 to 60. That's why there's a 0 to 60 challenge built into the dash. Now, which is so ridiculous, but it scoots from 0 to 60. There's no doubt about it, and that's probably where you're going to get the most exhilaration in this car. Once you're up to speed, it's not quite the same in terms of entertainment. But let's get into the handling here. Now, there is a track variant for the all-wheel drive. Wow, holy crap, okay. This thing handles extraordinarily well for the size of the vehicle. What the heck? And these seats are holding me firm very, very well. Holy mackerel. Let's get on the brakes. Hard now. Brakes are good. I'd probably give them a B. There is a little bit of vibration in them. Other than that, there's good feedback. There's a good amount of travel and linearization of the brake pedal, if that's a word. I'm making up words right now, but it feels good. It's one of the best brake pedals I felt in an SUV, absolutely. But we made it to our destination. Let's throw her in park and let's fit. There's a launch control button. I am not going to be playing with that. No, thank you. I don't want to get in trouble.